Oh, champ. Run up these likes, run up these likes, run up these likes. Listen, man. This is getting very, very strange. So there's another Instagram post being posted. SayCheeseTV is saying NBA Ben10 is speaking for the first time ever from the hospital and etc. Yeah, we ain't got no pictures. We ain't got no videos. But this is supposed to be a statement from NBA Ben10. Now, I know for a fact this is nonsense. 1000% for multiple reasons. And we're going to get into why. But first, I'm going to read this post aloud, gang. If you didn't smash the like button, I need you to make sure you smash the like button because they're talking about Ben10 is talking from the hospital. Run these likes up, gang. Let's take a look at what he's talking about, gang. So here's what they say on Ben10's Instagram. NBA Ben10 speaks out for the first time since being shot in Houston. On babyboyten Instagram story, it says, we serve... No, actually, it says, getting shot... Oh, okay, I ain't tripping. We serve two different gods, must be. My father told me my testimony already. Life support has never been up an option. I've been up. I'm just on God's timing right now. Hashtag crazy, man. I thug every night just to go to church on the fresh Sunday. To the youth, make this Good Friday count. Yo, I ain't gonna lie. Who are y'all trying to fool here, champs? I'm sorry, gang. I'm very, very sorry. But who exactly are y'all trying to fool here, gang? You gotta do better. We're not foolish. We know that the man is on life support. We know these things. It's weird of y'all to make it seem like NBA Ben10 is talking. It's weird, bro. Listen, you know how expensive life support is? You know, at the very bare minimum, life support is exceeding $3,900 a day. Might be $5,000. It even goes up to $10,000. Do your Googles if you think I'm lying. So either two things are possible. NBA YoungBoy is paying for this life support because by now, I don't know when, you're gonna end up taking him off for life support. This life support is gonna add up. Life support is expensive. By the way, yeah, life support is expensive. In case you didn't know these things, yeah, it costs money. By the way, champ. Now, I don't know why they keep doing this. Like, listen, I'm sorry, but y'all gonna have to take this L, man. I think that maybe the YoungBoy camp is worried that people are gonna turn on them because they don't look as gangster as people deem them to be. People or kids think that, hey, if YB's camp takes this type of L, they're not these boogeymen that we think they are. Truth be told, really ain't no boogeymen, gang. I ain't gonna lie. So if you had this fantasy of YoungBoy being the most gangster stepper of all time, then this might break your heart some way. It kinda is. Niggas already crashing out behind it. You dig? Salute to the chat, by the way, man. Trenton Bailey says, why do these entertainment cats think we're so stupid? They just show how dumb they are. It be like that, man. And salute to Young Reek Entertainment, by the way. Yo, listen. Stop the madness, man. We ain't getting no videos, pictures. We got people coming up, clout chasing, saying, hey, I just spoke to NBA Ben10 over the phone. It's not true. You never spoke to anyone. How you gonna speak to somebody who's on life support? Make it make sense. This is nasty damage control. Everything you see, damage control. You sending stuff to these media outlets making it seem like this guy is talking when you know good and damn well bro has not woken up since he's been clapped at. We just gotta be real about the situation. All this other nonsense is nonsense. Your boy AllStar JR knows that he's on life support. Every op of the YoungBoy camp knows that this guy's on life support. If they call Baylor Luke Medical Center, they're gonna find out that bro's on life support like everyone else did. Like how hard is it to believe? A lot of people are gonna say he's not paralyzed. He's not on life support. It really don't matter if he's paralyzed because he has a 5% chance of waking up. By the way, yeah, he's fighting for his life right now. And like I said, they're gonna have to take off the life support eventually. The life support has to come off, gang. You do realize that the life support is expensive. The life support is very expensive. Now people are gonna say, "Hey, champ, you want NBA Ben10 to lose his life?" I don't want anything. I'm not responsible for this, champ. This is the news. If he loses his life, hey, it is what it is, gang. It don't got nothing to do with me. I'm not the one who did these things, champ. Now here's the kicker, though. The thing that people are not talking about is that AllStar JR is more than likely gonna end up getting arrested. Yeah, nigga. AllStar JR is gonna get arrested on his own doings. So here's what y'all don't realize. Yes, what AllStar JR did is considered self-defense. But him making the drill record that he made, you know, the Mob's Untied song, he actually is admitting to neutralizing a threat, but at the same time, he continued to clap at him after neutralizing him, which surpasses, you know, self-defense. I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, you surpass self-defense, so you're admitting that you continue to clap at this man after defending yourself, which automatically is a crime. Just because you continue doing it, you know, doesn't mean that it's still self-defense. Yeah, you defended yourself in a situation where you were attacked. Okay, fine. However, champ, you also admitted to going beyond that, and HPD is gonna investigate that. So when they're done their investigation and etc., there's a huge chance that AllStar JR might go to jail. Not gonna lie. Because self-defense only goes so far. Yeah, there's self-defense, but if you keep going and you keep clapping, champ, there's a high chance that you can also go to prison or to jail because you took it further than it should have went, right? So once you know, get your threat or the person that's attacking you on the ground, you can't continue to clap at them, but you made a song admitting to these things. Now you can potentially get jail time depending on how Houston Police Department is looking at this. I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, HPD doing their little investigations. I'm sure they're looking at these videos that didn't drop, especially the drill record and all that. Like, come on, gang. But hey, this is exactly what people wanted, right? So listen. When you play gangster, there's gangster consequences. And guess what? You ever heard of the term that everybody ain't going? Well, in the case of AllStar JR versus Ben10 and Dead End Run, your boy AllStar JR was not going, by the way. Just saying. He wasn't going, man. And all this over goddamn J Prince Jr. being mad over AllStar JR's baby moms, because AllStar JR's baby moms was with J Prince Jr. and J Prince Jr. is trying to pretend as though he had nothing to do with this. Listen, you already on camera, champ. Before niggas start to say who's a police and etc., these things are already on camera, have been seen by millions of people. How can you say this is any type of police work? You are a bozo. And for all of the NBA YoungBoy glazers out there, champ, listen, you can't change reality. I just want to let you know you can't. You can't change reality, gang. What happened, and you can't change it. You're not gonna pretend that this guy is talking and breathing and etc. Like, we're not stupid. And whoever made this post on this man's Instagram page, the people aren't dumb. We know what happened already. Everyone knows what happened. You can't try to change this. You're not gonna change this. Reality is what it is, man. How y'all gonna say, yeah, he's not paralyzed, yeah, he ain't on life support? Okay, so why haven't we seen a picture? Why haven't we seen a video? And why are all the ops saying different? This is a loss, right? So again, I believe personally that the YoungBoy camp is in fear of people turning on them because they took a very embarrassing L. Again, This is a robbery going on. This is where the tables turn on the robber. The robber gets clapped with their own weapon. This looks very bad. This is an embarrassment, and it definitely is the farthest thing from looking gangster. Again, there's this stigma about NBA and NBA's camp that they are the biggest steppers out here, champ. That they are really out here standing on business, burying things, and they can't be stopped. Alright, now does this mean that AllStar JR is safe? No it doesn't. Because again, you're still dissing people. Therefore, someone could be liable to try and do something to you just because you're dissing. And that's just what happens when you diss people, champ. I mean, at the end of the day, this is still being treated as though it is a drill. And when it's treated as a drill, there are drill consequences, by the way. Just saying, gang. We just got to be real about the situation. Salute to 24 in the chat who says peace, Showface. Salute. Cadillac says if they change JR, they gotta get Junior too if he made the call. Well, they have to prove that he made the call too, though. Unless they're gonna go off hearsay, right? They gotta prove that Junior actually did what he did. And I'm gonna read this post again, by the way, for everybody who just joined, because I did read this earlier. I'm going to read this post that they claimed that Ben10 made this morning on his Instagram page. All right, from SayCheeseTV. Salute to Say Cheese and all that. But read this one more time, gang, so y'all understand. Okay, so this is from babyboyten, which is the official Instagram of NBA Ben10, which says, "We serve two different gods, must be. My father told me my testimony already. Life support has never been up an option. I've been up. I'm just on God's timing right now. Hashtag crazy, man. I thug every night just to go to church on the fresh Sunday. To the youth, make this Good Friday count." He didn't write any of this stuff. He didn't write it. He isn't the one that's posting on his Instagram. Somebody else is posting on his Instagram. If you think by now that this guy is not on life support, I think you're in denial. I think you're bugging, champ. I think you need to lay off that stuff, Bob. Use common sense. You see that? Use common sense. Do simple math. I know a lot of people can't do simple math for whatever reason. Maybe you need to learn how to count. Do addition, subtraction, maybe PEMDAS, if you know what that means. If you don't know what PEMDAS means, I feel bad for you, I ain't gonna lie. Especially at your grown age, if you're watching this as a grown person. But come on, man. What are we doing here? This is nasty work. Listen, if the man is not breathing, etc., I'm sorry, but you cannot keep him alive, champ. You can't force someone to be alive. The man gone. You can't force someone to be alive, champ. If they're gone, champ. You can't play make-believe games, because what type of time is this? It's the same thing they did with Julio Fulio. Y'all niggas trying to keep people that's passed on alive. It's crazy. Yo, listen. He's accountable for what he did, right? He did what he did. Therefore, guess what? The man paid the ultimate price. Unfortunate, right? He got family members that love him and all that. But guess what? Apparently he didn't love himself enough to stay out of goddamn trouble, champ. You heard? Come on, man. So to the homie Tough Stino in the building. He says good old PEMDAS. I don't think a lot of people know what that is, champ. I ain't gonna lie. I don't think they know what that is, champ. Some of y'all do. Furious 5 Bill says God's name is not in his vocabulary. I agree. This is the same individual that said there should be a state where people can delete each other. He said these things. He said it. He said there should be a whole state where folks should be allowed to smoke each other, which is crazy. So he wanted a heaven for steppers. He wanted to have a steppers heaven where there was no consequence for deleting people, champ. He said he wanted to have a steppers heaven, champ. Young Reek says, I ain't hear that term in years, champ. Well, at least you know what it is, gang. At least you know what it is. At least. Feel me? Like, come on, bro. 24 says 3 times 4 plus 2. Which Which equation comes first? One of those equations must be done first, champ. For real though. But nah, this is nasty though. I ain't gonna lie. Like, come on, man. Come on, man. Candace says be careful. Careful what you wish for. Yo, listen. Junior. This is all because Junior knew he was a crash out. And that nigga J Prince Jr. used you and got you clapped in the process. Does this mean that Junior should be paying for the funeral whenever the funeral takes place? Listen, I already said J Prince Jr. would never play for such funerals. Maybe Senior will. Maybe, champ. Listen, I don't know about this. This is not a good look. But again, there's young fans out there that have this fantasy or this belief that these guys are untouchable. I want to tell y'all right now, there's no such thing as untouchable people. Anybody can go at any given time. It doesn't matter, champ. We all human at the end of the day, right? Therefore, yeah, anything is liable to happen, champ. There's no, nothing that's stopping folks from being touched, by the way. Yeah, nothing stopping folks from being touched. And just like you think that your favorite so-called gangster rapper is an untouchable individual, you will soon find out that is a goddamn lie, champ. This is what it is, gang. We all gotta take losses, champ. Even if it's losses like these. This is nothing more than a King Von situation that's worse than King Von's situation. See, at least when King Von got smoked, right? Yeah, King Von was a moron to ever have a fight outside of his home turf, right? King Von was a bozo for that. But King Von was in the state of Georgia where he was liable to become an angel based on his actions, champ. I don't think Von was aware of those things. I don't think Von thought, hey, if I put hands on this individual, that his people were going to clap me in the process. I don't think he was using his head. I also don't believe that Lil Durk should have spun for King Von because he didn't have a real reason to spin for King Von, if you're being real. Like, the nigga Von was a goddamn demon and a heathen, man. The man was literally a serial deleter. Alright, a serial deleter is who this nigga was. And when it comes to this situation, to be honest, it was just a bozo move altogether. Like, you wasn't even fighting for yourself. You was trying to snatch a chain because J Prince Jr. was mad over some cheeks. So you, champ, decided to take heed, champ, and decided to try to rob the man of his chain, or attempt to rob the man of his chain based on J Prince Jr. being salty over some bucks. Make it make sense. We just gotta be real about the situation. Come on, bro. Young Reek says fighting over another man chick is never the way, champ. Now he on life support. Yo, listen, if I'm NBA YoungBoy, there needs to be not one form of spinning done. Spin for what, champ? I don't have to spin for anyone. Why? Because this nigga decided to make foolish decisions, champ. I'm not gonna lie, man. This is just not smart. This is foolish. This ain't gangster. This is dumb, bro. This is completely idiotic, crash out, dumb behavior, man. He had to be tweaking out 1,000%. This is just dumb, bro. There's nothing smart about this. There's nothing gangster about nothing, Jim. This is foolishness, gang. Like, seriously, this doesn't make any sense. And the nastiest part to me is people speaking for bro on his Instagram. Yo, listen, y'all gonna have to take this L. I ain't gonna lie. I know it's disrespect going on, but he created the situation, gang. He let J Prince Jr. put the battery in his back. Alright? And now the nigga is on life support. And life support is expensive, nigga. We talking like 5 to 10 grand a goddamn day. They gonna have to take bro off life support. 5 to 10 grand a day is crazy, nigga. You spending rent money on life support a day. Champ, I don't know. Maybe YoungBoy's funding that. YoungBoy can definitely afford these things. How long y'all gonna keep him on life support? See, they say yesterday he was supposed to be taken off of it. So I don't know, man. They trying to keep it private. They trying to hide it. One thing you can't hide is that man being gone, champ. Cadillac says your life for a chain. Clout chasing is dumb. Bet he hasn't got paid yet. Who hasn't got paid yet? Listen, just know that this whole situation was over some cheeks that everybody had, champ. The fact that niggas is crashing out in such fashions for cheeks is nasty work. This was not gang violence. Nope. This was cheek violence. You don't usually see, I mean, you do see cheek violence. It just doesn't have a name to it. But yeah, these niggas was trying to lose their life over some box. One person might be in the process of actually losing their life over some box. And the box ain't even theirs. It's not their box. Like, champ, you just fought over some box that you wasn't going to have, champ. It's bad enough to fight over some box. But because you was fighting over box, you're about to end up in a box. Ain't that crazy? So you tried to rob for box just to end up in one. It's crazy. Nasty work. You fought for box to end up in one. Is absolutely insane. That's not it, champ. Sorry. That's just not the way to go. That's an embarrassment. The box you was fighting for wasn't box you was about to hit or have hit in the past. Again, it's bad enough to fight over box, but now you fought to get in a box. It's very ironic indeed, champ. I'm not gonna hold you. It's very ironic indeed, and guess what? People gonna say, "Oh, you're wishing that the man loses his life." Nigga, to be technical, it's already gone. What the hell you want me to do about it? 24 says Jay Prince must be a supervillain because he's been a menace, havoc with no comebacks. You talking about Junior or Senior? If you being real, Junior is always around some nonsense. There's been too many situations where Junior has appeared and nonsense has happened. Now, is he to blame for such things? I don't know. I seen what happened with Takeoff. I really don't see how the Princes had anything to do with that. I more so see how Quavo had a hand in being a crash out and causing a situation due to him wilding out and crashing out, right? I see him being the person being responsible for Takeoff's passing. I don't see the Princes being responsible. As for Duke the Jeweler and what have you, I don't know. I don't really understand the Duke the Jeweler situation. People was blaming Boosie for Duke the Jeweler getting, clapped at and what have you. And then people was blaming Jay Prince Jr. for the Duke the Jeweler situation. Now we get to this situation. Honestly, I don't think Jay Prince Jr. intended to have anybody smoke that night. But unfortunately, that's what happened. Unfortunately, that's what happened. I really don't believe that Jay Prince expected anyone to get clapped in that restaurant, bro. I don't think he expected it. But Jay Prince Jr., why didn't you snatch his chain? Why didn't you be the chain snatcher? I mean, he's really your ops at the end of the day. Like, this is the person you got a problem with because you like his baby moms, champ. You love his baby moms, champ. You love his old work, champ. You're fighting the man over old work. You use Dead End Ron and Ben10 to fight over old work, to snatch a nigga's chain over old work. Stepped on work, champ. You heard? Nasty. What are we doing? What's your name? Rickay's? That ish was a setup. Jay Prince getting niggas smoked. Nah. I don't believe that, bro. That was just, to me, that was just a robbery going wrong. He was trying to basically violate the nigga because he's messing with his baby moms. The person that he is beefing over with your boy AllStar JR's baby moms who he was dealing with, champ. That's all it was, champ. I don't think Jay Prince Jr. is setting up anyone to get smoked. I think that the situation that he wanted to happen just didn't go as planned, champ. Saying he set up Ben10 to get smoked doesn't make any sense. You know what I mean? Rickay says, you crazy as F if you think Jay Prince ain't cool, bro. What do you mean if I think Jay Prince ain't cool? What do you mean by that? Not me, but I don't get what you trying to say. Cadillac says, just maybe we might find out what happened with Takeoff and Duke. Never know. What do you mean just maybe? We already found out what happened with Takeoff. The Duke the Jeweler situation is what remains a mystery, and people keep blaming and pointing fingers at people for. The Takeoff situation is not a mystery. We all seen the same video. It's up to you to decide on whether you want to actually pay attention to what happened or not. You see Quavo make a threat saying let's get out of here before we have to hurt or smoke niggas, and then the manager of the Migos starts letting off shots and all that. Nigga, don't you think that was initiated by Quavo or not? And the person who responded back firing was one of these Houston DJs, right? So I don't understand where this is a setup. No, this was a situation where niggas gamble, and when niggas gamble, there's always a nasty end result. There's always a nigga don't want to pay. There's always a nigga that's going to try to fight or violate because he owes bread or because he lost bread. Shit, I'm not going to lie, this situation happens time and time again. It doesn't matter if niggas is rich or poor. Gambling just has never been the best thing for niggas for whatever reason. That's just what it is. It's never been a good thing. You see Offset gambling problems? Yeah, there ain't really no progress in black folks gambling amongst each other. I ain't gonna lie, it's always been problematic. But it's problematic for everybody, to be honest. Like, we're not gonna act like Jay Leno, the talk show host, ain't just get violated outside the casino like a year ago for gambling and wilding. You know what I'm saying? Like, it happen to anyone, but at the end of the day, man, this is just cornball behavior. I'm just gonna be real. It's just cornball behavior to me personally. And fighting over buns that's not yours is absolutely heinous. What are we doing? Key Shell says Prince ain't cool, nigga do foul and shit. For sure. I just think that a lot of situations are biased and have made up narratives versus actual truth. You know what I'm saying? Especially with the Takeoff situation. Nigga, that's Quavo. Nigga, Quavo's a bozo and a crash out. Every time, Quavo always be doing stuff on purpose. I done seen Quavo time and time again try to act gangster with people all the time. Now you be the reason that your goddamn cousin got clapped and you want to cry about it, nigga. No, Quavo's a bozo, nigga. Quavo's always trying to act tough with everybody. And that's the problem. That is the main issue. I ain't gonna lie, most of the Migos, I don't know Takeoff personally, but Offset and Quavo are some real dusty Negroes, gang. I don't care how much bread them niggas got. Them niggas is dusty, gang. I said it. I don't give a damn, nigga. They niggas got way more money than me. That don't mean nothing, nigga. Them niggas is moving filthy, gang. You see Offset stealing these niggas' money, man. Quavo trying to act like he bullying everybody and all that. Nigga, it's corny to me. It's corny to me. It's some dusty Negro behavior going on, man. Stealing money, not paying the credit line, trying to finesse the casino. Nigga, what? This is dirty movements. You heard? See, these is not the movements of clean Negroes. You heard? These are some dusty, rich, impoverished niggas, gang. I'ma say, yeah, rich, impoverished niggas, man. These niggas have not changed whatsoever. These Negroes haven't changed for the better, man. Listen, if you clapping Selena Powell, hey, if you clap Selena Powell more than one time, if you smash Selena Powell 2 times, I ain't gonna lie, you gotta be the worst of the worst, man. Listen, come on, man. Big Soldier says, crazy thing, Ben 10 took a peon chain before. Look it up, years ago. So the nigga just thought that his chain snatching abilities was elite level, and he thought he was going to snatch the next man's chain because he snatched somebody else's chain. Okay. Well, listen. It happens, man. Shorty Nick says, facts, always got to keep a face card clean. Yo, listen. I don't know what people think they doing. Listen, all I'm gonna tell you right now is that Ben 10 ass is still, as far as we know, on goddamn life support, gang. Yeah, he's on life support. And if you think otherwise, more power to you. I just want to let you know, champ, that guy is still on life support. That guy is not talking, and somebody else is on his Instagram page. Please believe. All right, and it's been that way for quite a few days. So hey, whenever they take him off life support, who knows when. But just know that life support is goddamn expensive, nigga. Y'all niggas paying damn near 10 grand a day for this life support, man. It's kind of crazy. 10 grand? Niggas done paid the rent 800 times over in a matter of days. I ain't gonna lie. It's crazy, bro. Oh, man. 730 said, this cap, he don't even talk like that. Man, he can't complete a full sentence, man. He don't even know how to write a full sentence properly. That's how I know this is fake. That's a fact. You ain't lying. You ain't lying. Rickay says that ish was a setup. NBA YoungBoy friend over other biggest rappers in the world getting smoked over a chain. Yeah, this is just complete buffoonish behavior, man. That's what I'm gonna say. But this is what Say Cheese dropped. Salute to Say Cheese again. But Say Cheese, even y'all know that this is bogus. This is not legitimate stuff here. This is someone on this man's Instagram page trying to make it seem like he's still around, like he's still talking, like he's present when he's really not. That's just being honest. You know what I'm saying? And Big Soldier says might be his female talking, perhaps. Whoever got access to the man's phone. You know what I'm saying? But listen, man, if you're new to the Maze channel, I need you to make sure you smash the like button. Alright, and if you're new, I need you to make sure you hit the subscribe button. Hit that subscribe button. Turn the notification bells on to get all of the Maze updates, man. Alright. And one more thing before we get all the way up out of here, gang, because it's getting too crazy. Are you ready?
Y'all know what it is, man. The New York Giant.
It's the mayor. The one and only New York Mayor, F. Mom Donnie, and you rocking with the town favorite Showface News. It's Big Gotham. You already know it's the town versus everybody at all times. I'm up off this game. Salute.